What's up?
How's the cough going?
What cough? I don't know what you're talking about.
Your voice sounds different and everything.
Yeah, I don't believe you. I'm just kind of here.
It sounds hoarse.
Nah, fine. Probably.
Probably. Well, here's hoping you don't die.
Nah, if I do, I'll just move to China.
Why?
Didn't you see? China has a higher life expectancy than the US now.
What contributes to that?
I don't know. Chinese people? I mean, they live longer. I don't.
Chinese people make you live longer.
Yes, clearly they live longer. I think the average was 78.2 is what China just hit.
Nice. Okay. Congrats, China.
Oh gosh, somebody just drove away very quickly outside.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just feeling amazing. That's all I got to say on that one.
Do you want to record tonight?
It's too late. It's already happened.
Well, hello. Welcome back to Mindless Prattle.
Oh, that was for me. My
This is
bad.
the intro, because you always say I skip it.
You do.
I think you triggered me because now I'm coughing too. It's like after COVID, I just think about coughing and suddenly it's cough time. So.
I thought you were going to continue the intro. That's my bad.
Oh. I thought I was done
finish
with
it.
Hi. Welcome back to Mindless Prattle, where we talk to you about anything and everything that's really pointless, but we hope you still enjoy it. I'm Ripley. That's Jordon with the cough there.
Yeah, I'm going to try and mute it, but I realized I've sat down without any water, so that's going to go my way very quickly.
That's your first mistake. What are you, a podcast rookie?
Yeah, you don't even drink water. Don't even try it.
I literally have a cup of water right now.
That's not true, all right? Don't anybody listen to her. I can see you right now. You don't have water.
You're not even looking at the camera, and
I know. I just know. It's fine. You just all take my word for it. It's okay.
Here's my water. I'll text you a picture.
Water. She's a liar.
I got proof.
You got nothing, all right? You got Jack, Diddley, Bob, and Squat all together.
I heard you get that message.
That's the picture of you with some Mario Kart on your desk. That's not water.
Okay. Don't diss the Mario.
Didn't I give you that?
Yeah, you just keep appearing with more toys.
Yeah, like every once in a while I get a Happy Meal from McDonald's and I just give the toys to you. So I'm just like, I don't know what this toy does. It's yours now.
Yeah, I have a Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy. This little ghost guy, I'm not really sure what that's from.
I couldn't tell you. It's probably on there, I would assume, right?
It looks really familiar though, I gotta say. Oh, here, there's some tiny orange font. This is by Nintendo, so maybe it's
it's Nintendo. It's probably Mario. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I've definitely seen this before though. Little blue guy. And then Mario and some fucking Nerf toy thing.
Yeah, I feel like Nerf toys have gone downhill.
Yeah, I guess you just like pop this thing and hope to catch things.
That was great.
You know what's like not great, but is interesting that there's a development?
Science.
No.
All right, fuck you, science.
A man was arrested in Las Vegas on suspicion of being the one who killed Tupac.
I feel like that happened a while ago.
Yeah, he died in 1996, but like they finally arrested someone.
They finally arrested one person
in Las Vegas.
Okay. How did they make that connection?
It's a great question.
Don't have
I
the
got
article
more.
or anything?
It's loading.
Oh my gosh. Well, while you're loading, I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back.
Okay, well, I've loaded now. Oh, that's it. That's all. That's all the information. Waiting for him to come back with water.
Alright, I'm back.
The article that's all the article says. I don't know if it's just because it's such a new developing story. People don't really have much about it. But the comments say that openly admitting your involvement is a surefire way to get charged, which sounds like the guy has been bragging about it most likely, which,
So did someone just finally start confessing, or is that what happened?
Yeah, you know what? That happens in so many crimes. I don't know if you don't really like true crime as much as I do, but in a lot
No,
of
but I know
cases,
what it is, you know? Some people
well,
say crime is alive, and some people are like, "No, it's not." And you're
in
like, "Yes, it
so many
is. It's
cases
true."
in so many cases where they didn't like try someone in court for the crime, like 10, 20 years later somebody would be like bragging to a friend about it or like on their deathbed and feeling guilty about it and like they'll confess cuz they're like, "Oh, I've already gotten away with it." But
Oh, yeah, or I've seen those things where people will put up, like, fake, like, statute of limitations, and they're like, "Yeah, it's crazy how no one's come forward about this murder yet, considering the statute of limitations ended, like, last year." And then someone comes forward, and they're like, "Haha, just kidding, we lied, you're under arrest." Have you seen those?
nice. Yeah, I have actually. I didn't know that they were like fake on the statute of
Some
limitations,
people are
but
I mean, there's statute of limitations for some things, but I don't know what it is for murder. I
yeah.
was listening to, what's that? That's the comedian's name. His name is, I don't know. Anyway, he,
A comedian with a
yeah,
name.
yeah, him. He was, he was like, I love watching true crime, like TV shows and stuff, like documentaries, unsolved murders, whatever it is, First 48. And he was like, it's crazy. I always thought murders were like pre-planned and like you had to make sure no one was around. But you watch that show and like 90% of the murders, there's a witness that comes forward and they're like, "Did you witness the murder?" And you're like, "Oh yeah." And you're like, "Well, where were you?" And you're like, "I was right next to him when he got stabbed." And you're like, "Why are there so many people right next to the murder victim all the time?" It's crazy.
I mean, I think it really depends on like what kind of crime it is. Like, premeditation is usually like a not like a cold murder, like
Yeah, but that's
not a
what
crime
white
of
people say.
passion. Is it?
I don't know. Just sounded right. I don't
I'm
have any
like, I need
proof,
to look up the
but
statistics.
yeah.
Like, what are the statistics on
Do we?
premeditated murder?
Yeah. What group does that more? Let's find out. Hold on. What group of people do more murders? That's
Oh,
probably not the
level
greatest. Violent
homicide
crimes.
data on the
Nope.
FBI website.
Mm-hmm. Homicide victims. Nope. That's not what I want.
77.4% of murder victims are male.
Oh, good. I feel safe. Uh, hmm.
It's actually about 50-50. It says that 50.4% people were black and oh no, that was murder victims. And 47 are white with 2.6% being other races. Race was unknown for
Um,
152 victims. It's really interesting to me that they just like have a whole compiled thing on murder on the FBI website. Like
yeah, why
it
wouldn't
makes
they?
sense,
What?
but
They're
like
like a public thing.
men are much more likely to commit murder. 90.3% were males. I feel like in a lot of cases where women murder people though, like for much of history, um, like you just didn't know when a woman did it because women typically choose like softer, quieter ways to murder. Like they're very fond of poisoning or things like that. Um, and men are much more likely to use like violent methods like guns and things like that. So that I know from
Yeah,
my class in
that way I
criminal psychology.
so if you get poisoned, no one will look at me. Got it. Okay.
Please don't poison me.
Look, you're the one with the book on how to poison someone, okay?
Yeah, for female murder victims for whom the relationships to their offenders were known, 37.5% were murdered by their husbands or boyfriends. That is actually a much lower, like, percentage than I would have guessed.
For amount of people murdered by people they know.
No, I mean, like, I would have thought more women how do I say this correctly?
I would have thought
Um,
them hoes be killing everybody.
no, I would have
Oh,
thought
that's not it.
that, like, it'd be a higher percentage of women being murdered by their husbands or boyfriends. Like, I wouldn't think that many were strangers. I guess it's a good thing.
Look, the phrase is stranger danger, all right? It's very common. That's just what
Mhm.
it is. It's crazy.
41.8% were murdered during arguments, including romantic triangles. Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, I can
But
see
I'll say
that.
it's all fun and games until you, like, know the person that was murdered. So, like, like, there's, like, TV shows like Southern Fried Homicide or, like, Bad
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Neighbors,
those are my favorite shows.
things
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Like, they'll
Mhm.
have shows about murders. I once watched an episode that was based on that murder of Alyssa Trumba, and, like, I knew her sister and things like that. For those who don't know, she unfortunately was killed when I was a freshman in high school. I watched an episode about that. I think it was, like, On the Case with Paula Zahn or something. I could not stop crying. It was a very different feeling than just, normally watching it. I was like, "Damn, that shit hurted." Are you coughing? I feel awkward just talking about this murder all by myself.
Speaking of crime, I had another thing to say, but I forgot because I coughed right when you were talking about something. I I had something, I swear, and it's just gone now. It was something about crime, though. What was the crime? Crime of passion? No. Crime of coconut? No.
Crime of coconut.
I
The crime in the coconut.
oh, boy. I have completely forgot. It was something to do with crime. It'll come back to me. But in the meantime, if I had a pool and it was filled with Jello, and then I had a second pool and it was filled with pudding, which one would you jump in?
I feel like I'd like the Jello better.
You'd like the Jello better? Why?
Yeah, like, it just seems like it'd be a less gross substance on my skin than pudding.
Skin. Oh my gosh, you jumping in naked? Ugh.
No, I was thinking like a bathing suit, like
Yeah, but now you got to jump in naked. So into Jello, naked in Jello, huh?
I don't wanna go
Okay.
naked into anything. Sugar's not good for feminine downstairs. I ain't doing that.
So like pudding or sugar-free Jello?
Sugar-free Jello.
What
Can I
if it
eat
was
the Jello?
sugar-free
Why
pudding?
are you asking me this?
I was thinking about it the other day on my drive to work, and I was like, yeah, pudding would be. I feel like it'd be cooler because it'd be like squishy. You'd be going through it, but Jello, I feel like would be easier to swim through.
Well, yeah, that's why people have, like, Jello pool fights, not pudding pool fights.
Yeah, but you could throw pudding easier, and it makes that nice like wet slapping sound when you hit somebody with it.
Also, I would like to know how that became a thing. Like, who was like, "Let's put attractive women in blow up pools of Jello." Like, how did that who
What?
conceived that
What are
idea?
you thinking? What are you talking about?
Have you not
I
seen that?
No, I was thinking of like the Phineas and Ferb episode where they're all jumping on top of a pool of Jello, but
Okay, no, it
yours
was
is
even like a
much
thing.
interesting.
Well, it was even like a thing, like, it would be, like a comedic little short in TV shows sometimes, like, "Ooh, women wrestling in Jello and bathing
I thought
suits."
it was like oil wrestling. Is it Jello?
I don't know
Oil
about
wrestling?
oil
I know mud
wrestling. What is
wrestling.
that? I don't know about mud
Yeah,
wrestling.
mud wrestling and
I don't know about the
oil.
oil.
Oil's the same thing as mud. It's just slippery. That's it. That's its only quality.
Okay, so I had something kinda cool happen at work today.
Was it crime?
No,
Crime doesn't pay
I don't do
things.
crimes.
I
Um,
don't do crimes. I just talk about them after the
I
statute of limitations wears off.
I
Dun dun.
not like OJ who wrote a book called If I Did It. Like, Jesus Christ, man. But no, so at work today, we get this really bad after school rush. Lots of children. It's a lot. So the rush was kind of slowing down, and my job added a Taylor Swift playlist to our music we can play. So me and my employees are big Swifties naturally. So we're all singing along, having a good time, and then the song "Mine" comes on. So me and one of my coworkers are like singing while we're working. And this group of like 10 girls in our lobby started singing with us. And we all just sang this whole song together. And it was honestly so nice. Like, it was just a nice little moment of connection. Like, I don't know, singing with people is I feel like is a very powerful feeling. Like, even just that small little group, I was like, wow, like this was a cool little moment we just had together, you know? And it made me so happy I wanted to share.
That's good. Huh? What you say?
What is flying in the sky right now? There's something flying that's really loud.
Superman.
It's so loud, and then like the building shook as it was passing.
Have you by chance heard of this new invention called planes?
But we have planes pass us all the time, and it doesn't do that.
Have you by chance heard of this thing called a low flying plane?
Are there low flying planes that
No, they stay up in the sky until you they just blow up and then you magically appear on the ground. That's how flights work. They don't ever come down.
listen?
Did you know? I mean, look, to be
Look,
fair, there are more crashed planes in the bottom of the ocean than there are crashed submarines in the sky.
you got me there. I did want to ask you something. So I saw this TikTok the other day.
That's a
And
surprise.
it was these guys, and they were like, "What are things that you pretend are annoying when your girl does it, but you secretly love it?" And one of the things they said, they were like, "Oh, when she's like into astrology, and she's like, oh, our signs go so together." It's like, shut up, that isn't real. But then secretly they were like, "Oh, like it's a good confirmation, you know, we're supposed to be together." And I just thought that was funny. And I wanted to ask if there's anything like that for you that you're like, oh, that's annoying, but you secretly like it.
Well, it's definitely not astrology. Uh,
You
I,
hate astrology so much,
I
it's kind of
don't
annoying.
I don't believe that the where the stars were matters when you're born, especially since like people are like, oh, the night sky the day you're born is different than that. Like the stars are always changing positions. We're changing positions. The stars will never be in the same place as they were on the day or the instant you were born. So like to think that the stars alignments and you can just have it for a certain day of the year and compare it to another certain day of the year, it doesn't make any sense because they change every year for every day. You know what I mean? So
But
you would
it's
have to
based off the
constantly
constellations.
the constellations, yes, they're constantly moving. Like we're they're not the same as they
Yes,
were.
no, that's
Like
the
it's
point. That's
crazy.
what it's based off of. It's like what position it was in and what time. And but here's the point though. I don't like I like astrology, but I like it in the way that like I like video games. Like I think it's fun. Like it's a little thing I can do. Like, ooh, I'm a Leo, teehee. It's not that I'm mentally ill, you know. But I do think some people take it too far. Like if you believe in it and you're a believer of it, that's great for you. Not knocking
It's
you.
not great for society though. You better stop.
What I hate though is like people who genuinely like will do like I have had friends who are like, "Oh, my star sign says this, so I'm not allowed to do like XYZ," or "My star sign says this, so that's a sign I should like do this crazy thing and go move cross country and like try to do this." And it just it's like how do you not think rationally about things? Like I
Right,
understand
that's what
taking
I'm
a risk,
saying.
but
People want to look at the stars and be like, "Oh, the stars were aligned in this position, therefore I must never marry someone whose stars are aligned in a different position." Why? Like the
listen,
stars being in a certain position have no bearing on anyone's personality unless you are the person that believes they do. Like that's the only person
listen,
that it affects.
Libras are argumentative and stubborn, and I'm just you're pretty stubborn.
I think the word you're looking for is scientific. Like if you had any proof that it exists that the stars alignments mattered and affected your personality or your companionship or compatibility with somebody else, I will 100% change my ways. I'm not stubborn to change. I'm stubborn to stupidness. I
I
think
just
that's the
think that you
difference.
could be less vitriolic about it, you know?
I don't care if people believe in it. I don't care if you want to do it. But when you tell me that, oh, when you or someone else says, oh, you're this way because of the stars, that's when I'm going to tell you to shut up and leave. Like, go away. You have no opinion. Everything you're about to say and have ever said has lost value to me because I now know you are dumb. That's it.
Hmm.
If you want to believe in it, if you want to take your own sign and you want to follow your own life that way, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. But if I was dating someone or if I like went on a first date with someone and they were like, I'm not really sure this will work out because you're a star sign, I'd be like, you're correct. I'm leaving. And then I'll just leave. Like, I'm not going to sit through that. It's not going to happen. Like, I don't value that. Like,
I
go find whoever makes you happy, believe in what you want to believe in. But I'm not having it pushed off on me. It's not happening.
like, but I think like sometimes I just want to talk about it, and like you're just like la 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 no, and I'm like not trying to push it on you. I'm just trying to talk about
Nah,
it
you
and
talk
enjoy
about it like you believe it and or that you're going to believe it soon, and I can't tolerate that. It's not happening. Mm-mm. Nope.
I'm just trying to have fun.
That is something a Libra would say. Whatever.
I'm a Leo. I'm just saying. Did I
Is
ever
that not
tell
what I
you?
said?
Did I ever tell you about that one time? So what? This one time, and I
At
was
band camp?
opening.
Oh,
No, I was opening, and we had headsets at that time.
you were opening with head? Hell yeah. Where
We
do I
had
sign up?
headsets at that
Oh,
time, and so like I could, my coworkers were talking about the zodiac and stuff, and talking about their zodiac signs, and they got to talking about Virgos. And so here's the thing: I'm a Leo Sun, Virgo Moon, right? And
a what now? What the heck
I'm a
was that
Leo
you just said?
Sun, Virgo Moon.
What the
So,
no.
when I was born,
Mm-mm.
the
Oh, yeah,
sun was in
I don't
Leo
take it
and the
for
moon
real,
was
but
in
I know
Virgo.
exactly what I am and when which star signs were
I
yeah,
think
you
you
take
could ask,
don't
like,
even
the average woman on the street, and she would know. Like, most
the
women know
star
their star
and
sign.
the moon sign? What are you
I
talking about? There's
Your
not
big
you just
3,
told
sun,
me it
moon, and
was
rising.
you just told me it was based off constellations. Now it's based off the star, the moon, and the fucking rising. What the heck is that?
That's just the big 3. There's, like,
The
so
big
many.
3 nothing.
I can't explain all of astrology to you. I'm just trying to tell
Oh
you one
my
funny story. If you let
gosh.
me
That's because 'cause you've
finish,
done so much research because you believe in
it's
it.
crucial to the story is the point.
That you
So,
believe in it?
shut up. Let me tell my story. So
Well,
they're talking about the zodiac, and like they start talking about Virgos for whatever reason. But I perked up because they go, Virgos are hard to love. And I said, I'm a Virgo moon. And my coworker looked me up and down and said, yeah, bitch, what?
yeah.
That actually really hurt my feelings. I was like, excuse the fuck out of me.
Well, I mean, you brought it up. What were you expecting? You can't What
I didn't expect her to look at me and
God.
go, yeah, you're hard to love, bitch.
What are you talking about? What is the sun, moon, and rising? What the hell does that mean?
I don't know like the technical parts of it. I'm
Oh
not
my
that
gosh. You
into
just
it.
Googled it and went with it? You don't even know what it
No, like,
means?
there's apps you can get where you put in your birthday and stuff, and they'll tell you.
But you don't know where that is derived from or what it means?
I have a book on it that I just haven't read yet.
Oh my gosh. So
Yep.
you're just out there claiming things without even knowing what it's about?
Well, so
You're
the
no
sun
different than a
your sun
Christian.
sign is
How do
supposed to
you
recognize like, represent the, like, face you show to the world. The moon sign's supposed to represent, like, your internal like, true self, and then the rising sign is, like, how you pretty much I don't know how to explain that one good. It's, like, how
okay,
you handle things.
but how are they determined? Like, what does that mean? Like, what is rising on the day of your birth to determine your rising sign? What is rising? Like the first constellation that rises above the horizon, is that your rising sign? Like, what does that mean?
Um,
And you just told me that the constellations are what the signs are based off of. So why does one have to do with the sun and one with the moon? What is that? Is this just the closest constellation to the sun when you were born and the moon? Like what? Where do they get these from?
hold on. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, I don't know why you know what the signs are without knowing how they're determined. Because I feel like that would be my first question: is how is it determined that you're a Libra moon, and what the hell does that mean?
It's honestly it's like a lot of fucking math is why I haven't looked
Uh
into it.
huh. What math? Where is this math that you say, and what does the math correlate to? The math points to something. It's not just math that adds a bunch of random symbols together and then comes up with a Virgo. Like it's not.
Hold on, I'm looking it up. So your sun sign is based off your date of birth. Um,
Sure.
and like they have like a whole natal chart that like shows you everything. Um,
Hold on. How is it determined?
that's what I'm trying to look up, and it's like it's hard to find them.
The sun spends roughly 30 days in each sign. So if you're born within that month-long time frame, that is your sun sign. Okay. Blah 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 blah, blah. So it's literally just which part of the sky the sun is in compared to the sign. Okay. Is it the same thing for the moon? I would venture to guess.
Yep, I think so. It's like
Yep.
there's a whole chart
Crazy.
that like
It's
calculates
not
everything.
math then. They have done no math. They just look up where the sun was in relative to which constellation when you were born. That's no math. That's no correlation. That's just picking. That's no there's no science behind that.
Okay, so this
Your
website it says
rising.
your rising sign is
Mm,
also known as your ascendant, and it's always the sign that rules the first house of your zodiac chart, where your birth chart begins.
boy, if we could get that in English, that'd be great. What the heck does that mean?
It's it's
Okay, so
birth
the
chart.
sun sign is determined by the date of birth based off the month that the sun was in. The rising sign is determined by the precise time they were born because there are 24 hours in a day and 12 zodiac signs. Every 2 hours is ruled by a different rising sign. Okay, so every 2 hours of each day is given a specific one of the 12 signs. That is how it's determined. See how easy that was to find?
I
Again,
googled like 40 different things.
there's
Okay,
no science behind it. It is literally just we assigned it to a random day. It's like saying you were born on a Monday, so you'll always have good luck. It's random. There's no science behind it.
but
Got it.
isn't the study of the sun, the moon, and the stars kind of scientific?
The study of them, yes. The study that they have any impact on a person's personality based off of where they are when they're born, not scientific. Like,
That's your
the
opinion.
only way it would affect anything is if they were like, "You know what? The day you were born, there was a huge solar flare, and it caused all the electromagnetic, like, radiation to hit you right when you were born, and now you're autistic." Like, that could be a scientific thing. If they determined that, I'd be like, "Yep, that seems like a Leo." Like, I don't know, like, what
I've seen
but
some like mini movies and TVs where that's like a plot line, like they were born under this certain type of moon, therefore their family is cursed.
right, well, that's what I'm saying, like, it's if there was any proof,
I
I'll
just
bite
like
it. Go for it.
fun and
I don't think
fantastical
it's
things.
a bad thing to believe in. I think it is fun to believe that the constellations affect your personality. Have something to blame. Be like the Bible. It's go for it. Just don't tell me that I'm doing something because I was born during a certain month. No, I hit you because you were annoying. All right, that's what happened. Like that's.
You're so aggressive about the things you believe in.
I think it's called being opinionated, but you know what? Just look up my sign and see
Okay,
if
but
it's
okay,
true.
so to wrap this whole conversation back around, the whole point of this was me asking, is there something like that for you that you're like, you're like, oh, it's annoying, but secretly you kind of like it?
Um, not not really nothing that I can like think of off the top of my head. I want to say, but
I feel like that's because when I'm
uh,
annoying, I'm like really annoying, you know?
I don't know. Name some annoying things that you do, and we'll see. Go
Kind
ahead.
of whiny.
Kind of what? No. It's what? Whiny. What does that
Okay,
even
maybe I should
mean?
talk about that in therapy.
I don't believe that, but okay. Go on. What else?
I don't clean enough.
No,
I
that's very annoying. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I walk in, I'm like, "Yep, it's annoying." It's annoying okay, I'll live with this. It's annoying that you, don't clean certain things, right? Like, that you say you clean and then they're not clean, that's annoying. But I also do enjoy cleaning, so if something's not clean and I have time, I will clean it, and and I enjoy it, but I don't enjoy walking in and you being like, well, you enjoy cleaning, so you clean it. Like, I'm not a fan of that. I'll be like, no, now I'm gonna just not do it out of spite.
Okay, but sometimes I genuinely think something is clean, and then, like, magically you show up and it's just not as clean as I thought it was, and I'm like,
It's not, it's
"Fuck."
not magic. I
Like,
show
it
up and I'm like,
genuinely
there's
looks
coffee
clean to
stains here, and
me.
you're like, well, I've never even heard of this coffee
I
thing
don't
in
even have
front of the coffee
eyes.
pot. I don't. It's what's so weird, and I'm like,
Also,
yeah,
I'm
well,
getting
I'm just gonna
super
wipe it.
distracted because I just learned that I have a bug bite.
Okay, what else?
I don't know what kind of bug it was.
What other annoying things do you think you do?
Um, I stay up too late.
No, that doesn't annoy me. That just worries me when I'm like, well, she's got to get up early tomorrow, so hopefully she's not a complete bitch tomorrow after she's not had her beauty sleep. But whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I just the things I do are actually annoying. Like the things that would annoy you are like actually annoying things, like where
No.
you
Oh,
know.
ooh, no, I thought of one. Okay. So, when you put your feet on my back, like when we're trying to sleep, or not trying to sleep, but when we're just in bed, I'm usually like super overheated, and you put your feet on my back and they're nice and cold. That's nice. That's not annoying. That's pretty nice.
It's funny because my feet are like so warm right now.
They're always super cold, just like comparatively, and I'm like, oh, that's
It's
nice.
funny
A little
because
ice
your
pack.
voice is
Like,
breaking up a little bit. Your voice is like breaking up, but I can hear you saying, "Ooh, super cold."
yes, yes, nice and cold.
Yeah, no. I actually had to turn the AC down last night. I could not fall asleep. I was so hot.
What else do you do that you think is annoying though?
I don't know. Exist?
Yep, that's the basis of our relationship. Is just I find your existence annoying. Yep, you've just nailed it. Really, well done.
Me and our wedding vows. And you don't always find me annoying.
Yeah, sometimes I'm asleep.
Ugh,
Well, now it's your turn
for what?
to tell me all the annoying things that I do.
You're too sarcastic sometimes.
Like when? I never.
Even like my friend, she says she listened to the podcast and she's like, I don't like the way he talks to you sometimes. I'm like, it's your humor is just too dry for some people. Like it genuinely like even sometimes I still don't know. I'm like, is he joking or is he being mean? And it like takes me a second.
I think it's just because I'm always smiling. So in my head, it's like, yes, the friendly face means it's
Okay, no,
friendly.
no, you are
And then
not.
you're
Like,
just like,
listen, the
but
smile,
I can
like the
hear.
smile he's talking. No, it's like he'll have like a straight line on his mouth, like pressing his lips together, and I'm like, "Are you mad?" And he's like, "No," and I'm like, "Okay."
I don't know what you're
He's
talking about.
sensitive, you know.
I'm smiling right now. You can tell because my teeth are out
You have teeth? Oh, good.
sometimes.
You're gonna
Otherwise, it
have teeth
wouldn't be
longer
good
than
to
I
come
am.
down. Wait, what?
You never get a cavity. That's annoying.
Why? You brush your teeth all the time. How are you gonna lose your teeth?
I just fear that I'm gonna lose
Yeah.
them. Why
My
did I say it
astrology,
like that
my
too?
rising
Fear.
sign says I'm gonna lose my teeth by 30. Like, what are you talking about?
I just so, like, my mom didn't know a lot about, like, taking care of teeth when I was, like, a little baby and, like, a toddler, and, my teeth were bad as a kid, and then, I had to have braces for so long, and then I I just have struggled with tooth hygiene for a long time due to depression and things like that, and, mm, I drink too much soda and too much sugary coffee beverages, and I just worry about too many things all of the time. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. OCD. Woohoo!
Yeah, what else do I do that annoys you?
And moving on. Um, I don't know, you do, like, a lot of things for me, actually. Like, it's hard to be annoyed
That
with you
annoy
most of the
you?
time.
Oh, it's I was like, I do a lot of things to annoy you. I can't name just one. Okay, I'll be over here.
Like, ugh.
That's a
You
good
get
one.
snappy with me when you've been working too much.
That's because you just aren't in the army mindset.
No, I'm not.
Well, you
I'm
maybe you
baby.
should be. You gotta be direct and you have to be loud, otherwise nothing gets done. That's my work.
I just I cannot do loud like, I don't like making too much noise. Like, I don't like having a lot of noise around me unless it's, like, music, it just ugh, mm.
Oh
And
my
then
gosh, so
I don't raise my voice at work either unless, like,
no, I
the
don't
kids.
either, unless something crazy happens, but I was talking with one of my, one of my coworkers, and he was saying that the people that we work over, like, I'm his boss and he's their boss, right? And he was talking with them, and they were saying that I was too intimidating and that they didn't want me to talk to them as much anymore. I
What?
was like, "Nice, nailed it." And you know why I was intimidating is because they're in charge of signing out, equipment to the rest of the company, and if they sign it out wrong and it gets lost, then, like, me or my boss has to pay for it,
Oof.
and I'm like, "Yeah,
I'd
it's
be
not
intimidated
happening."
too.
So I keep telling them, "This is the correct way to do it. This is the correct way to do it. Do it this way. You're gonna do it this." I'm very direct with them. And so they said that to him, and he told me, and I was like, "Well, if they stop losing equipment, maybe I could be friendlier with them. I don't know." Like, I just
Honestly,
thought it was
I
so
could
funny.
use
I'm
some
like,
of that
"Eh,
at work.
whatever."
Like there's been a lot of situations testing me lately, and I'm reading, um, I'm reading what's her face? Brene Brown. Don't know if you've heard of her. She does, like, a lot of motivational talks, like TED Talk type stuff, and has written a bunch of books on, like, how to be a successful leader or how to be, like, a successful coach and things like that. And so I'm reading this book about, like, being brave and finding your voice, and, like, it's so lame because I thought she was, like, overhyped or whatever, um, and then I cried reading the intro to the book, like
Oh my gosh,
the
didn't
way
even
she
make it
write
to the book.
no, listen, the way she writes is so relatable. It's like you can hear her voice very clearly. Like I just I think I'm gonna get a lot out of the book, but I've been really struggling lately to overcome certain challenges at work. And I could probably use some of that directness sometimes.
I will be more direct with you. You got it.
No, I need you to be less direct with me, damn it.
What do you mean? I'm not gonna be cryptic and be like, "Oh,
I don't
what
want you
did
to be like
you do
cryptic.
for dinner? Ha 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 ha."
Like, okay, things like that, like, yeah, be direct. Like, what do you want for dinner? I don't know. What do you want for dinner?
I hate this.
The
Just
age-old
pick.
argument. Do you think cavemen and cavewomen were, like, grunting at each other, like, "Do you want berries or do
Had
you want
dinosaur last night.
rabbit?"
Roar. Never take me to any nice watering hole.
You're funny.
How come I have last season's bones for my hair?
Are you coming up with this on your own?
Yeah, what?
It's just funny. You could do stand-up comedy.
No, I'm too lazy. They'd have to get me a chair.
You can have a chair. The
No.
one therapist comedian had a chair when she talked to
Yeah,
us.
oh my gosh, she was something though.
She was very
Like,
intense. I feel like I would like her comedy in general, but, like, I think I'd have to, like, watch videos because it was just so intense, the eye contact they were all making with me.
we were so close to the stage. I swear I thought there was gonna be like 50 people there. It'd be like a regular club. No. There was like 10 seats and 3 of them were filled with the comedians, and we were like, "Ah, ha, 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 ha,
But you
get a
okay, you
chair.
know
Ha,
what?
ha."
For someone like me who usually doesn't like to be put on the spot or to do things like that, it's kinda fun to do every once in a while, you know? It was intense, though, I'll say that. The eye contact was a little bit much for me personally. Every single one of
Yeah, I
them.
felt awkward because I was like they're like, "Who ordered food?" And I was like, Me?" And they were like, "Well, that's weird. Here you go." I'm like, My bad. Sorry. I
Sorry,
didn't
I'm spending
like,
money in this establishment.
yeah, that's my bad. I didn't realize this was such a taboo thing. I also didn't know it was a gay bar until we got there, but, whatever.
I'm chilling.
Yeah. Apparently, it was gay and apparently incest according to the, people next to us, so
Yeah, did we talk about that on the episode? I still don't
very heavily, yes,
know
we
what's
talked
going on
about it.
there 'cause I'm so
Hmm.
confused.
They watched too much, like, porn together, and they were like, "Yeah, this is a normal
Oh
family thing."
my god, this reminds me. Okay, so I've talked about Amanda the Jedi like 50 times because love her. But have you heard of the show MILF Manor?
Nope, but I'm excited to learn more.
Okay, so I've
Go
been
ahead.
watching her Amanda the Jedi series on MILF Manor, like she reacts to different episodes and stuff. So
Alright, let's
basically
let's
MILF
start out with,
Manor,
yeah, what is the show?
it's a dating show where they these people definitely knew what was going on, but basically there's like young hot men and like cougar ladies on an island dating. But the twist is that all of them that are dating, like they're like mother and son pairs.
Like, their actual mother and son like,
Yeah,
what?
so like they have to watch their mom date like the other guys their age there, and then they have to date
Oh, I
people
thought
their
you meant,
mom's
like, they
age.
paired up the son and the mom together and was like, "You 2 are dating now." I'd been like, "Shouldn't they have known that they're
Okay.
mom and son?" I was very
This
confused.
show definitely pushes that angle. So, like, in this episode that I was watching earlier, the episode she was going over, they had to have, like, a, like, sex ed class, but it was so graphic, she couldn't even show it on YouTube, like, they were, like, giving oral sex to, like, oranges, okay? Like, with their
Well,
mothers in the room,
uh,
and they had
uh
to answer questions about sex and how to please women and things like that, and, like, some of the women like, the women got to pick who answered them, and then the women were asking the questions, and they got to pick who answered it, and some of them picked their son.
they picked their own son, been like,
Yes.
"How do you pleasure a woman?" and picked your own
And
son?
okay, some of the questions were
Okay.
things like, would do you think most women would enjoy this is a graphic episode, sorry, y'all. Um, they were like
Gosh.
they were like, "How do you" they were like, "Do you think this woman asked her son, um" oh, no was it her son? I don't know. This woman and son oh, yeah, she goes, "Do you think that some women enjoy having their face, like, cummed on, or do you think most of them dislike it?" And his mom is right next to him, and she goes, "Well, yeah, I like it."
Next to the son? Like, the
She's
son didn't
standing
answer,
right
she
next
answered it?
to him. She
Oh,
is standing
boy.
right next to him. Oh my god. It was so, like, a secondhand cringe, like and then
Oh
they
my god.
showed a clip of the next episode, and, like, they were doing blindfolded massages, and this kid is, like some of and the ages of the bachelors hold on, before I go further. The ages of the bachelors, some of these guys are, like, 18, some of them are, like, 21, there's one who's, like, 27, like, there's varying ranges of maturity here, okay? Um,
Oh, boy. What
but one of the
oh my
younger ones,
god.
he goes, "I think I'm massaging my mother's back. I just threw up in my mouth." Like, they
Ye
made the guys give
okay.
massages to their naked mothers.
Oh my gosh. What is
Like,
that
I
where
haven't
did
watched
you
the show
discover this show at? Let me back
just
up here.
Amanda the Jedi's channel, like I said, she did a
Oh my
reaction video to it.
gosh.
And,
That
like, the
is
first few episodes
oh.
were not graphic like that. Like, they pushed the envelope a little bit, but this she got into this episode, she goes, "They're bleeping these words on their own show." And then she's like, "Oh my god, like, I can't show any of this on YouTube. This video is getting demonetized."
This whole thing is gone.
Like,
That reminds me
definitely
of
wasn't
that,
expecting that.
who is it? That news article about the son who, is his mom's OnlyFans manager. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so there I don't know the names of it or anything. It popped up on my, like, my Reddit feed of a news article, And it was like the quote from the mom that was like, "My son is so supportive and understanding of my OnlyFans career. That's why I made him my manager." And it's just like the
Ugh.
son being hugged by the mom, and then the pictures were just like of him with his like photography equipment. And I was like,
Oh,
"All right, man,
no.
whatever you say, like good on you, I guess. I don't know."
Did you see this Reddit post? Okay, this caught my attention because this guy posted and he's like, "I just found out my aunt has an OnlyFans. Can someone help me find her link based on her photo?" And people were
I
dragging him in the
did see
comments.
that. Yeah, I didn't see where it led. Like I assumed someone helped him, but I mean,
Oh, they did for sure. And then he added like in an update, he's like, "She's my step aunt."
oh, thank goodness. What?
That
That
makes it
doesn't make
better.
it
That's you're
better. What?
invading her privacy, you fucking creep.
She's my step aunt. I only see her at some family arrangements. Okay,
Like,
gosh,
listen, life is not a Pornhub video. She's not gonna fuck you.
not with that attitude. All right, you got to pay to play. Okay,
No,
that's
I
how it
hope
works on
listen,
OnlyFans. Just
oh my
donate
god.
to everyone's OnlyFans, right? And when they message you back and say hi, thanks for the donation, they really mean it. Okay, they will talk to you like you are their best friend because you are. If you donate to them, you are automatically the best friend. Okay, don't let them tell you any different.
That brings me to an interesting point. How do you feel about parasocial relationships?
Say that again. I missed the big word in the middle.
Parasocial relationships.
Yeah, I've
When
been out of
people
school for a
think
while.
when people think that they are friends with, like, Twitch creators because they watch them on stream and, like, like, they think they really know them or, like, how some people
Oh,
get obsessed with
oh, yeah,
celebrities, it's like
no,
a
that's
parasocial
creepy.
relationship, right? I agree, especially
Yeah,
having
no,
been on the
like,
receiving end of a few of those sometimes, like, people are fucking insane out there.
people are like, "Well, obviously you read my comment from the stream of chat, so you must like me," and you're like, "Or you just commented something funny once and we read it on stream." That's
Me, with my 3
how it
viewers,
works.
yes, I am reading everybody's comments.
Or that, right? Yeah, and they're like, "No, she really gets me. I understand because I've paid $10 for the OnlyFans and sent you a video game that we are now linked." You're like,
I know
"Ah, of
or
course."
oh my god, like those have you seen those scammers that'll pretend to be like, people like that, like social media content creators, that sort of stuff, and people will catfish men pretending to be these famous people, and these men I've seen some women fall for it too. I actually just saw an article about that the other day on, like, Twitter, I think, or X or whatever the fuck it's called now,
Yeah,
um,
Twitter.
and they, like, think that they're gonna get married and be with these celebrities, and all they have to do is send them, like, thousands of dollars, and it's like, if they're a celebrity, why would they need you to send them money?
Right, right. Did you see the CEO of Twitter was in a news conference or a news interview or something like that, and the camera caught a glimpse of her home screen, and everyone put on the feed of it that it's the Twitter CEO doesn't have Twitter on her homepage, but she has Facebook and Instagram. I think
Ugh,
sitting on her homepage.
Facebook,
Hmm.
I just
Uh,
I don't like Facebook that much. I try not to use it if I can help it. It's
yeah,
really just to keep in
I've
contact with some family members.
I've been speaking of social media. I've been seeing all day for a few days now. Um, the drama about so Elon Musk went down to the border, right?
I did see
And
that, yeah.
and
What did he do down there?
he had a press conference and he was like he live streamed for a little bit.
Mm.
But the best part is there's a ton of posts on social media because while he came down here, he put on aviator glasses and he wore a Stetson, right? But he wore the Stetson
Oh, I saw a picture of that.
backwards for the entire live stream. Like he put on the hat backwards, and you can very clearly tell that it was not on correctly, and that it was his like first time wearing it. And you're like, okay, bud. So I just keep seeing memes for the past few days about it. There's stuff of him wearing the hat backwards, his cowboy hat, because he was visiting Texas.
That is a little embarrassing because I mean, doesn't he live here now, or did he just have a facility here? Am I crazy?
I don't know, but I know when he drove through town, they literally shut down traffic around where he was driving through and had a police escort going the wrong way down most of the streets because they didn't want to have him wait in traffic. It was very annoying.
Lis- Just take the toll road, bro. You can afford it.
There's no toll roads down here, but yeah, he definitely just drove through.
Well, I just read an interesting thing.
Was it about something annoying I did?
No. In general, I don't find you annoying.
That's nice, but I'm not in general. All right. I'm in Texas. Okay.
Same thing.
What's up? What did you read that was interesting?
If you crack a fresh ice cube tray in the dark, it will create light due to a phenomenon called fractoluminescence or triboluminescence.
Interesting. Do you need like filtered water for that, or will any water do?
Yeah, like will our Texas water work?
Oh, give it a try sometime.
I do want to try it. Sometimes I see things like that and I'm like, cool. Like when we did
You know what I really want to do is
fruit
that
roll up.
fruit roll up and ice cream thing.
Yeah,
Man,
that
I
was
want some more of
good.
that. So if you haven't seen it or done it, it was old, a few months back now. I don't know, but it was this fun little internet thing where if you put ice cream inside of a fruit roll up, it becomes like instantly hard and it like cracks when you eat it, so it's like nice and crunchy. It's actually really good.
Yeah, super yummy. Sorry, I just keep like going quiet.
No, I'm just keep muting because I keep like coughing in between a lot of
Quaff, quaff.
the sentences. Uh, well, I'm about out of stories for this week. I think
Okay.
nothing really else happened to me besides my pudding. Uh,
Can we talk about have you do you know anything about Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas?
no, I no, not even close. No.
All right. Well, I guess we can go.
What do you know about them?
Okay, so here's the thing. So Sophie
The
Turner
fuck?
is known as Sansa from Game of Thrones or the Queen of the North. Love her. And then Joe Jonas, I've always kind of thought he sucks. I
Good
I
turn. All right.
listen, the Jonas Brothers were always kind of weird. Like they were very like pushing their purity rings on Disney Channel and stuff. Like and Joe Jonas in particular has a bad history with like every single one of his exes. Like every single one of his exes is like crazy and he hasn't dumped a single one of his exes in person. Every single girl he's dated, he dumped Taylor Swift in a phone call. He dumped his next girlfriend by having his dad call her. Like shit like that. Like and he's
That's very strange. Yeah.
right? Okay. And so now he's with Sophie Turner. They've been married, they have kids, like they live a low-key life, mostly in the UK. She learned he was divorcing her through the media. Like he didn't tell her he was filing for divorce. He just like leaked it to the press. That's crazy.
So
Okay.
like they have kids and everything though.
Yeah, like I think 3.
What the fuck? Come on now. Like, what is that?
And it's crazy the
Okay.
reaction on social media, like HBO posted a videos, like, of her as the Queen of the North and was like, "We stand Queen of the North." Like, everybody's getting involved in this because he's been running a smear campaign on social media, like, leaking shit left and right, like, talking shit about her on, like, gossip magazines and stuff like that. And she's been doing everything through the courts, legally filing motions, staying quiet. And then she was seen with Taylor Swift, his ex-girlfriend, going to dinner. And people were like bringing up the lyric she has that goes, "Picture me thick as thieves with your ex-wife." Um, and I just really like Sophie Turner. I think she's a great actress, and I hate Joe Jonas. And I think it's great that like
I like the story,
she's,
the turn
she's
at the
gonna
end.
do better without him.
And here's the synopsis.
It just
No, yeah, good for her. I mean, it sucks.
Yeah,
It
you
is what it
you
is.
know, and it sucks because, like, they have kids, and, like, they're gonna their parents' divorce is blown up on everything.
Yeah, it's a lot of famous people though.
But other than that, I've been writing my book.
Nice. Still on track for the October release then.
No, I think it's gonna take more words than my goal was.
More words. Got it. So November.
I'm gonna finish it, and then I gotta edit it, and then I gotta buy a cover for it, and then I gotta format it, and then I gotta publish it. But that's like 5 things.
So December.
We'll see.
Yeah. New Year's resolution 2026 book.
Do I need to do anything about a bug bite?
Yeah, stop messing with it. That's what you need to do.
Got like a little red ring around it. Is that okay?
Yeah, because you keep messing with it. Stop.
Hey, I wasn't messing with it, I swear.
Well, this is one of those annoying things that is annoying. I'm just letting you know.
Okay, shut up. You're annoying.
All right. That's going to do it for us this week. I hope you got just as annoyed as we did, but with a smile. And whatever your sign, rising star or moon or sun or whatever they are in between, I hope you have found something interesting this week to listen to.
Yeah, today was a melting pot.
You're a Mindless Prattle. We'll be back next week. And if you did like what you heard, give us a like, subscribe, follow, whatever you want to do on whatever platform you got. And we will see you all next time.
Bye. Sorry for telling you about MILF Manor.